Good morning, my friends. How are we doing in clown world? How are we doing? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So I took some notes. I've been trying to do videos the last several days, and my phone's been like massively overheating, and you can't hear me at all, or whatever. I'm just having issues, so I apologize, guys. But I hate when I do this because then I let the information go and I move on to something else, and I don't like doing that. I like I have my ideas set in my head what I want to talk about, and then I won't talk about it, and I feel like, all right, by now they've got to have heard about this, so I just move on to the next subject. And maybe somebody hasn't heard it. There may be somebody out there that doesn't understand it. There may be somebody out there that needs that extra, I don't know. I really don't know what people need right now to see that we are in a massive mess. And all of this was done. I know it doesn't seem like it was done intentionally to some people, but it absolutely was. You have to understand, if you don't, that there's an agenda that they have plans for 2030, which, all right, 10 years. Sounds like it's a long time, but it's really not. 10 years goes by so fast, guys. And we're already almost halfway to that 2030 mark, right? So it's going to be here quicker than we realize. But some of the things I want to talk about that are going on right now that they are blatantly lying about. Lying so much that they have to change definitions. Okay? That's how dumbed down we are as a nation. We are allowing them to change definitions in real time to suit their bullcrap that comes out of their mouth, basically. It's amazing. I just can't even believe it. Every time I see something else, I'm like, how is this happening? How are people allowing this to just take place? And no fight, no kickback. You still have people out here that hated Mr. T so badly that Mr. Bumbles could do anything at this point, and it wouldn't even faze them. They'd still say he's better than Mr. T. I don't get it. Mr. T was arrogant and ignorant, and he's a pig. Yeah, all right. But you know what? I was living a lot better under Mr. T. Things were a lot better under Mr. And again, I understand this. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that was all meant to be temporary anyway. None of that was here to stay. Mr. T was never here to stay. He was put there for an agenda, basically. Taxes, dude, taxes. Gotta pay for everything in this country. Gotta pay to come in. You gotta get paid to leave it. Do you really ever own anything? No. Not really. It's insane. It's insane how much power we have given a certain entity in this country. And most definitely we did that because we thought we were doing something for the greater good, which is what they always tell us, right? It's always for the good. It's always for the better. When really, it's really for their betterment, not for our betterment. It's for the government's betterment. It's for the elites of the world's betterment, not for the average citizen, because they could care less about us at the end of the day. They're about to wipe us out with AI. Why create something that's going to take over humanity? I mean, our work, guys, our work. It's already been predicted that, 60-something% is going to be artificial intelligence. So this is why they started doing what they're doing, making people lazy, killing the workforce. Mr. Bumbles said the other day that unemployment's at its all-time lowest. He's a liar. The only time it was at its all-time lowest in this last couple of quarters was when they kicked everybody off and everybody had to then reapply. That is the only time it's been low. If you look around at your reality, does it match what he's saying? Do you see jobs being filled up? Do you see people working, or do you see people struggling? Do you see businesses drowning? Do you see people at 50%? That's what I see. Not only that, is we had, I think it was like 8,000 people in like 1 week in Massachusetts who applied for unemployment. And within the month, it's like double digits in the thousands. So that does not match what he is saying. That is for sure. So is he just straight up lying? Is he being lied to? Is he being left in a cave somewhere and only being fed facts, and then he comes out and talks to us about it? Is he that senile? I don't know. I don't have the answers, guys, but it's one of the three. That is for sure. You also have other lies that they told over and over and over, and even went so far as being tyrannical and enforced something on the population. Told you if you didn't take it, you're not going to have a job. If you don't take it, you can't come in the store. If you don't take it, you can't fly. If you don't take it, you can't go on vacation. Right? It wasn't forced. That's a force if you ask me. That's a threatening force if you ask me. But, okay, it wasn't forced. I'll give everybody that says that. It wasn't forced. No, not yet. But, really, what were the options? Were they good? Was it going to sway you more towards taking it when you didn't want to? Of course it was. So it wasn't a good situation, okay? They lied and said, take it. You won't catch the bug. Guys, you got to go back in time. How many times have I said this? I used to say all the time on TikTok. You got to go back in time because you forget. There's so much being thrown at us, so much information, so much chaos and psyops and false flags and you name it. Okay? We can't keep up with what these people say. So they know they can come on national television, tell a lie, and no one's going to go look it up. They're just going to assume. They're not going to lie. They're in them positions of power. How dare they lie? The most corrupt people in the world would never lie. Anyway, Mr. Bumbles basically said, get the product. You won't get the bug. The HWO said, get the product. You won't get the bug. News reporters said it. Doctors came out and said it. Well, then when people started getting the bug after getting the product, they then turned around and said, well, you just won't end up in the hospital. You can still catch it. You can still spread it. But it won't put you in the hospital. It won't kill you. At that point, it then becomes a personal, right? If I don't want to put something in my body, if I'm going to die, and someone says, here, you could either put this in your body and live, or not put it in your body and die. I have the choice to make that decision as of right now as an American citizen. But with this product, you didn't. With this product, they made it about virtue signaling and heroic and being an American. Being an American. What's so great about being an American? What's so great, says the President of the United States. But I digress. So anyway, it made no sense why everyone had to take it. If it wasn't going to stop it, if you could still spread it, it just made you personally less sick. Now, that doesn't mean it does anything to your viral load. Your viral load has nothing to do with anybody catching it from you. Whether your viral load is low or your viral load was high, you could still spread it equally the same. So it didn't even matter in that aspect. At least if it mattered in that aspect, they'd have some kind of argument, but it didn't, and they admitted this. So, they killed the workforce. We are at about 50% where I live. And now that's including your doctor's offices, your EMTs, your police, your fire, your restaurants, your coffee shops, your stores, everything that we use daily. Everything we're used to, right? They've killed the workforce, and they did that intentionally. They did not have to do that. They did not have to force that product on everybody. They knew darn well what they were doing was wrong, because unless they had some data hidden somewhere that we didn't know about, but how did they get that data? Because you can only get that data by testing it on human beings, which they just did now in real time. They may have done some testing on a few people, because I did see actually some paperwork about that, and it was showing a lot of autoimmune disorders, inflammation, severe inflammation. It was showing a lot of bad stuff. Exactly what was happening to people. Exactly what is still happening to people. But you won't see it anymore because they don't allow it anymore. You're rarely going to see somebody with an injury on social media right now telling you about it. They've removed all the videos. They will not let you speak about that. They do not want it out. Even doctors, yes, even doctors are afraid to speak out because they know if they do, what happens? Look at the basketball player there. I don't know his name. I apologize. He has a long name. NBA player who said, I know personally 100 athletes who've dropped on the court after taking that bullcrap. Dropped of a heart attack, whatever. Heart issues. Well, CNN picked up the story and had another NBA player, a retired NBA player. I forgot who he was. I'm not into basketball and stuff, guys, so I don't know their names. I know, like, the famous ones, but I don't really, and he is a famous one. I don't remember his name, but anyway, he's an older guy, and he's up there, and he's like, well, yeah, I don't know why he would say that. That, he shouldn't have said that because, he can't even look at the camera. He's looking down. He knows he's lying through his teeth. These people are disgusting. These American news anchors have the blood of Americans on their hands. Whatever happens in this country, they are the ones. They are the ones. Secondary to the people pushing the agendas. They're a bunch of puppets. They're a bunch of cowards. Anyway, if you just do a simple Google search, you'll see that within the last year and a half, there have been 300 athletes worldwide that have dropped of heart attacks after taking the product. So is he lying? Really? Or are they lying? All the kids that were dropping on the fields, did you hear about those? Were you hearing about the young athletes that were dropping on the fields? No, we weren't hearing about that. They're too busy shutting people down, working real hard to mute the voices of America. And those people are guilty just as well. I can't even stand it anymore, guys. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting listening to these people. I can't even listen to these people speak. Everything that comes out of their mouth is either gibberish or just totally asinine. What is this? We're introducing each other. We're introducing ourselves to each other like we're in romper room, for crying out loud. My name is Kamala Harris. I am a female. Oh, actually, she said I am a woman. I can't believe it. I am a woman. I have black hair. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm wearing a blue suit. What is going on, guys? Are we serious? This is your vice president of the United States, one of the most courageous, beautiful countries in the world. And you've got your vice president introducing herself like a dang romper room. I just can't believe people buy this stuff. People watch this stuff. People think, oh yeah, Biden's doing a great job. Who out there is saying that? I really need to know. Please send them to me. I really want to have a conversation with them. I really, really want to talk to somebody who still supports this man. I need to know why. I need to know one promise he's fulfilled since he's been in that seat. And I need to know how it did anything for the good of this country. I don't think you're going to find much. You could try, but I don't think you're going to find much. Talks about Mr. T pointing the finger at everybody else. What is he doing? Everything's about Russia, 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 right? Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, Russia. And we should just shut up, pay the extra money at the pump, pay the extra money in the grocery store, because, you know, it's benefiting the lives of Ukrainians. Is it really? Is it really? Okay. I'm glad you think that, but okay. But what about Americans? Why do we keep getting the shaft? Why is it that we keep getting pushed aside and no help and just letting us drown, and they're bailing out everybody else? Why is that? Why do we have no money for our own citizens, but we've got money to send over there to Ukraine? We've got money to bring in millions of immigrants. We've got money for all this, but we don't have money for our own citizens. People that are being thrown out to the streets because they can't afford their rents. People losing their homes because they can't afford their mortgages. There are going to be a lot of people hurting coming this winter. I believe this is the dark winter they've been talking about for 2 years. And because nothing ever happened, again, they're using their own little tactics by putting something out there. Oh yeah, you know, it's going to be real bad. It's going to be real bad. Nothing happens. Oh, it's going to be real bad. It's going to be real bad. Nothing happens. So people stop having faith in anything that they say when it comes to stuff like that. But trust me, guys, they tell you before they do everything. They warn you before they do everything. We were in the middle of a live drill. Do you know what that means? That means that they have something more coming for us. And they were just getting us ready and prepared and conditioned to jump when they say jump. That's it. And it'll be something that'll be fearful. Climate change. I wouldn't doubt it, because I just also saw an article. Doctors are puzzled and scrambling to try to figure out why young people are all of a sudden dropping of heart attacks. Weren't we talking about that? Weren't we putting the warning out about that when they were forcing this on people? And people didn't want to hear it. People didn't want to. We were just anti-waxers. Which, by the way, I'm not an anti-waxer. I am anti-stupidity. I am anti-tyrannical government. I am you're not going to force me to put something in my body that I don't want to do. Just like women out there don't want to be forced to carry a pregnancy. Well, what's the cost of that? Killing another person. But that's totally okay. It's the same thing, isn't it? Isn't it the same thing they're telling us about the bug? If you don't take it, you're putting someone else's life at risk, which makes zero sense at all. But anyway, aren't we doing the same thing with not wanting to carry our babies? Aren't we putting someone else's life at risk? Aren't we murdering them? Yeah, we are. You see how we're hypocrites out here? Do you see how wordplay and hypocrisy and lies and just, it's so sick, guys. It's so sick. It's scary to know I was one of those people. I was brainwashed. I was lost. I was living in the world. I had my head in the sand. Didn't follow politics because I heard my whole life politicians were corrupt. So I didn't want no part of a corrupt anything. So I never really did any of that. I never voted, nothing. Mr. T is the one that got me back involved in all of this, or involved in the first place, and where I started seeing, like, wow, this really is corrupt. Wow, they really do lie, manipulate, and brainwash. And it's really sad, because this could be the best country in the world if they stopped lying to us, if they would really give us free will. But we're not going to have that, guys. The tyranny is right around the corner. It's already here. See, they won't fill birth control, but y'all thought it was cute and funny when they didn't want to give out other medications for the bug. You thought it was funny. You thought it was cute, right? You told people you hope they die. You're not a horse. You're not an animal. Don't be stupid. You don't take that. Blah, blah, blah. When we have the right to try medications in this country. Correct? You all thought it was funny then. But now they won't fill your birth control. And uh-oh. I guess you shouldn't have let the tyranny happen in the first place. Because once you open up that door just a little bit, they're going to kick it down. And they're going to totally take control. And that's exactly what's coming. That's exactly what's coming. So I hope people can see it. There's some other stuff I wanted to talk about, guys, but I can't remember. But I just right there, I just want everybody to think about this. Everything I just talked about. The hypocrisy, the lies that they just come out and tell you just because they don't want you to panic. Is that what they're going to say? We didn't want to cause panic, so we had to lie. Everything going on right now is just distraction from poisoning half the country. It's sick. It's sick, guys. Do you know how many people I know who had reactions to that dang thing? Bad reactions too, guys. Some aren't even here anymore. I'll just put it that way. If I personally know at least 12 people, how many people do you think out there really had something happen to them? And you got doctors telling them go see a psychiatrist? If you're having a side effect from that, you're going to be told to see a psychiatrist because these doctors are that cowardice? Yeah, they are. Unfortunately. And The View, I'll leave it at this. The View, they better just hang it up. They just keep sticking their feet in their mouth and looking dumber and dumber and dumber. I used to like Whoopi Goldberg, respected her as an actress. Now, I can't even stomach listening to her talk. She's another one. Virtue signaler. They'll lie. They'll push agendas just because. And you notice all the celebrities now are suddenly bug lovers. They just love to eat bugs now. You watch. Your celebrities are going to get you to stop eating meat. And they're also going to get you to put a chip in your hand. If you don't believe me, just watch and wait. Just wait. Like I said, like I told people, you don't believe me that this venom is poison and it's going to damage a lot of people's bodies. Just wait. Wait, let time go by, and then come back and tell me I was wrong. But until 5 years, don't come and tell me anything. Because you have no idea, I have no idea. I do, however, know what I saw with my own 2 eyes. I do, however, know it was not normal and not very, 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 very rare. I do know that. So, we'll see. We'll see within the next 5 years how many people suddenly just start dropping dead, and they're going to blame it on climate change, guys. I am telling you. They are going to blame it on climate change. Mark my words. You're not going to want to be outside, which is where you need to be. You need sunlight. You need that, guys. You're going to want to be in the metaverse, and AI is going to take over the workforce. those are my 3 predictions. Well, not my predictions. They're predictions of other people. So we'll see if it happens. People are going to die of cancer in high rates. Going to be people that put that thing in their body. I'm telling you guys. So please do not let them talk you into doing this. Don't let your family, your friends talk you into doing anything your gut tells you not to do. Because your gut is right. All right, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Do your research. And please find God. Because He is your only way through this storm. God bless.